Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today, guys, several things to tell you. We will have to talk about Real Madrid, about Cucurella, Savinho, about Konate, Diomandé, several topics ready for it together. And let me start immediately, guys, by mentioning one of the stories we will have to follow in the next days and weeks, and it's regarding Manchester City winger Savinho, because you probably remember, 1 year ago, it was August 2025, Tottenham tried to sign Savinho from Manchester City. But despite Tottenham advancing on the personal terms with Savinho in the final days of August, the answer from Manchester City was no, the player is not leaving. And then in September, Manchester City were able to agree a new contract with Savinho, with the Brazilian staying at the club. Then the season for Savinho has not been probably exciting as expected. But now the possibility for Savinho to leave Manchester City is still there. It's still a chance. So what's happening now? Tottenham are stepping up their efforts in order to try accelerate on a deal for Savinho. Contacts are ongoing. Tottenham want to be fast on player side and then negotiate with Manchester City as soon as possible to sign the Brazilian winger. But the deal is on. The deal is on for Savinho. Let's see what's going to happen again, because there is still to understand how much Manchester City want. Probably no longer the 80 million euros they wanted 1 year ago. The price is going to be probably different, but Tottenham are there. Tottenham were there with Thomas Frank as a coach in 2025, and Tottenham are still there in 2026 with Roberto De Zerbi. Just a quick one on Tottenham. Ben Davies to sign a new contract, and also important, many questions on the future of João Palhinha. Sporting want him. Sporting want to go for Palhinha, but will only go for Palhinha if Tottenham deal doesn't happen. And João Palhinha is still giving priority to Tottenham. So let's see what's going to happen there. Then many questions for Real Madrid, guys. I told you, defenders are going to be the priority for Real Madrid with Jose Mourinho as new coach. On this, let me mention to you that Real Madrid have started entering into the right backs market. And here we have the link with Tottenham. Pedro Porro is one of the players appreciated by Real Madrid, but my understanding is that Tottenham, despite the rumors we had also Manchester City, Tottenham don't want to sell the player. Tottenham want Pedro Porro to stay. Roberto De Zerbi sees Pedro Porro as one of the crucial pieces of his squad to restart the Tottenham project in the best way possible. So at the moment, Tottenham are closing doors for Pedro Porro. Ivan Fresneda is another right back followed and monitored by Real Madrid. So a different kind of options, obviously. And then probably the main name in this moment in terms of experience, in terms of skills, in terms of availability is Denzel Dumfries. Why Denzel Dumfries? Because Denzel Dumfries has a release clause into his contract at Inter. So when you see reports saying Real Madrid will bid for Denzel Dumfries, there is no bid to make, because for Inter the price is clear. It's the price of the release clause, slightly under the reported 25 million euros. I'm hearing is slightly less than this. And so there is the price. It's up there. So Real Madrid are aware of that. Real Madrid made contact with Dumfries camp to understand the financial cost of the deal on player side, on club side, about the release clause. So there is nothing to bid or to negotiate. For Inter it's very clear. If you bring the money of the clause, the player will go. So we have to follow this Dumfries situation. I was mentioning skills because a very physical player with completely different skills compared to Trent Alexander-Arnold. So one to watch. Talking about Real Madrid is going to be interesting also, and to follow the situation of Ibrahima Konate. Because I told you, Real Madrid wanted Konate around September, October, November, conversations with his camp. Then Real Madrid stopped the negotiations because they didn't want to break the relationship with Liverpool. Liverpool were not happy after the Trent Alexander-Arnold deal in 2025. Now also in 2026, another free transfer to Real Madrid from Liverpool was bad looking, and so Real Madrid stopped the negotiations and informed Liverpool. But now Konate is a free agent. Now Konate is free to decide whatever he wants. Liverpool are no longer involved. Konate has an offer from Saudi, a really important offer, but Real Madrid also in contact with Ibrahima Konate camp. So Ibrahima Konate is again an option now for Real Madrid. Is still a story to follow for this summer. So let's see what's going to happen with Konate, because could be an important situation to follow. Imagine a player like him as a free agent leaving Liverpool, and now let's see what happens at Real Madrid. They are in contact with his camp, and then there is Saudi on the table for Konate. Let's see if some other option appears on scene. Then guys, two more things I wanted to tell you, just to answer some questions. The first one, Yan Dande. Many of you asking me, what's happening with Yan Dande? Is he going to Liverpool or not? Look, Liverpool are in negotiations with Yan Dande camp. So Liverpool are on it for Yan Dande, for sure. Paris Saint-Germain are on it as well. Paris Saint-Germain are speaking with the players' camp, and Paris Saint-Germain have genuine interest in Yan Dande. So the battle is on, but PSG are there. PSG want Diomandé because, as I told you, the Barcola situation is one to watch. So Diomandé is very high on the list of Liverpool and very high on the list of Paris Saint-Germain. I can tell you that the preference on player side and on players camp would be to do the deal fast, before the start of the World Cup for Ivory Coast. So Diomandé can go to the World Cup without thinking Liverpool, PSG, maybe other clubs. So this is the feeling. They will try to accelerate the Diomandé deal before the World Cup. I don't know if it's going to be possible, because this will depend also on Leipzig. It's never easy to negotiate with Leipzig. We saw with Šeško, we saw with Xavi Simons, we saw with many players. So it's always complicated. When they have to sell a top player, they are tough. But Liverpool and PSG are both working on this one, both involved. And so, for sure, an interesting situation to follow. Yan Dande in the upcoming days and weeks. And then many questions I got also on Marc Cucurella. What's happening with Cucurella? Is he going to this club? Is he going to the other club? So, to answer you and clarify the Cucurella situation, the question is Cucurella having a chance eventually to leave Chelsea this summer? It's a possibility. In case of good proposal for the player and of important proposal for Chelsea, it's a possibility to see Cucurella leaving the club. For sure, from Spain, they have genuine interest. But at the moment, with Barcelona, many questions about this. From what I'm told, it's still early stages. They appreciate the player, they know the player, but it's still early stages because Barcelona are busy with other things, and also in terms of fullbacks, at the moment, in terms of number of fullbacks, they are already quite covered on the left, so that's the situation. And don't forget Joao Cancelo, because Barcelona are very happy with what Cancelo did in the 6 months loan. So at the moment with Barça, appreciation yes, but still early stages. Atletico Madrid have to consider what to do in terms of investments on fullbacks. For sure, there is a lot of appreciation for Cucurella, but at the moment there is still no bid on the table, nothing official, nothing concrete. So, if something important arrives, again, not just for the player, also for Chelsea, Chelsea has to be respected in this story. If an important proposal arrives, there could be movement for Cucurella, but at the moment, depending, again, on what's going to happen, nothing imminent. So let's follow this one and all the others, guys, here on the channel every single day. Remember, guys, to let me know your opinion on Dumfries, on Pedro Porro, on Cucurella, on Savinho, on Konate, on Diomandé, and all the rest here. As always, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.